Hey guys, thank you for tuning in to another episode of the Autism Mommy Podcast. This is your girl, Stephy Kiss. I just wanted to come on here quickly before the episode to read another review. If you haven't done so already, before I read this review, make sure you go to your Apple Podcast app and you leave a 5-star rating because, as Imani Blair would say, I am a 5-star bitch, okay? And also leave a review. Let me know anything, you want me to know. Let me know how I'm doing on the podcast. Let me know if there's any topics that you would want me to cover, any questions that you may have, any guests that you may want me to have on here, all that jazz, okay? So today's review comes from Lanina07 and it's 5 stars. And it says, "Let's go. Steffi, you are doing amazing. We need more special needs parents sharing their stories and lives. Reminder, we are not alone. Keep going." Yes, girl, we are not alone. Even though I felt alone for so many years during the beginning stages of Ethan's diagnosis, I felt so alone and so separated from everybody around me. But now, especially with this podcast and with social media, I'm definitely trying to share my experiences just because I know there's more mothers out there who are going through what I went through, and I just want them to know that they are not alone. So thank you so much, Lanina, for leaving the review. I really, truly, truly appreciate it. And also, before we get into today's episode, remember today's episode is brought to you by HelloFresh, okay? HelloFresh is a delicious meal service delivered to your door with pre-portioned and fresh ingredients and step-by-step instructions, okay? Last week, I made a chicken spaghetti bolognese, something like that. It was delicious, okay? Another recipe that I made was like dirty rice, like New Orleans style dirty rice with sausage. To fucking die for. And these are all things that I would have never thought that I would be able to make. Like, I'm used to eating rice, beans, and meat, or maybe pasta all the time. So it really broadens my mind and my talents when in the kitchen to try different things and try different flavors, different vegetables that I may have not, eaten in the past. And it gives me a lot of different variety, especially when, as an autism mom, I'm literally making chicken and French fries every day, all day, and I'm tired, okay? I don't want to eat that. Even though my son wants to eat that, it's not for me. So HelloFresh provides me with multiple options, whether I'm looking for something that is low calorie, vegetarian, gourmet, whatever have you. They provide you with all of these options. So I will have a link down below. If you want to try HelloFresh, you can use my link. They also will provide you $120 off your next couple of meals. Now, it's not $120 off each week. They split it up. So they'll give you some money off up until you reach $120 off of your next couple of boxes, just so that you can try it out. And I promise you will not be disappointed. Okay. So yes, make sure you click the link down below and let's get into today's episode. Hey guys, welcome to the Autism Mommy Podcast. This is your girl, Steffi Kiss. It's week 2. I told you I was going to be back. I was not playing with y'all. It's back in full effect. If you hear Ethan in the background, I'm sorry. It's Sunday. He's home. He's being a little pain in the ass today. You know what it is. I'm an autism mommy. So guess what? He's going to be here. He's going to be loud and he may join in from time to time. We don't know. But last week with my guest Genesis, we talk about routines. And I had mentioned how as an autism mommy, having a routine not only helps me with my son, but also in my own personal life. I find it extremely important to be able to stay active and healthy because my biggest mantra, and I know you've heard this before, if you heard Podmas this past December, you know my biggest mantra was you cannot, literally, physically cannot pour from an empty cup. That is just not something that we are able to do. So how can we as moms expect to give our all to our kids if we aren't taking care of ourselves first and foremost? So this year, I made it a point to worry about my health, to really take care of myself. And if you listen to my previous podcast, Do I Look Fat? I spoke about my struggles with my weight, how it fluctuates, how I just wasn't feeling motivated at the gym. Back in 2013, 2012, I had lost about 75, 80 pounds. I was going heavy in the gym every day, 4 days a week. Like, I was in there. And I kept that up until about 2016. When my mom got married, because what ended up happening was that I no longer had the support at home where I could just leave Ethan in the morning with my mom and she would put him on the bus and get him ready for school so that I could go to the gym. So that kind of messed up my whole routine. And then COVID hit and then I moved to Florida. So needless to say, I probably put on all that weight. Again, not probably. I definitely did put all of that weight back on again. And even though, to be honest, I look completely different than I did back in 2012 when I was heavier, just because I did kind of like, what's the word? I recompensated. That's not the word. The composition of my body had changed. So I feel like I'm carrying my weight better than I did before, blah, 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 blah. However, I'm still that weight and I don't want to be that weight anymore. And not so much because of body issues as far as like how I think I look, because I feel like, to be honest, my confidence has literally skyrocketed. Even though I gained the 75 pounds back, which is crazy to say, but I definitely did. Even though I gained that 75 pounds back, my confidence within myself is 100 times more than it was in 2012, which was 10 years ago. I was 26. So I should have been feeling like a bad bitch at 26 and I didn't. Now at 36, you can't tell me nothing. So anyways, I digress. I decided this year that I was going to get back into the gym, not only because I want to be a certain weight or because I want to look a certain way, but because I want to be healthy. Like I said, I am 36 years old. So the knees ain't kneeing like they used to. My back ain't backing like it used to. I just need to be stronger. I just need to be able to live my life and be healthier. So in the beginning of this year, I made it a point to be more active, not only working out, but just moving my body more, right? So I'm incorporating cardio. I'm incorporating yoga. I'm incorporating strength training. Like, all of that is extremely important to me. My diet, it's not that great. HelloFresh definitely has helped me with that. It's getting my vegetables in. I'm eating way more vegetables now than I was in the end of last year. So HelloFresh, shout out to them. They definitely helped me with that. But I found out that my only way to success was staying on a routine, right? Like I mentioned, I have been an on again, off again gym rat since about 2013, and my weight has fluctuated within that time. But I'm not new to this, right? I'm not new to this gym life. There were 3 years in my life where I was at the gym 4 days a week. So since I'm not really new to the gym, I'm not really intimidated by it. I used to be. I remember when I first started working out, I signed up for Lucille Roberts. And I don't know if they had these all over America. I think they did maybe earlier in the 2000s and the 90s. But in New York City, they had these gyms called Lucille Roberts. And these gyms were just for women. And these were the only gyms that I felt comfortable going to. I would wear baggy t-shirts and sweatpants, and that's all I would want to wear to the gym because I felt intimidated. I didn't want guys looking at me. I didn't want guys thinking like, oh, let me tell her what she's doing wrong, or just thinking to themselves like, oh my God, she's so stupid. She has no idea what she's doing in the gym. And I realized that that's not me no more. I'm literally in my gym in my whole 200 plus pound glory in a crop top and leggings. I don't give a fuck. anymore. I told you, I'm on the cardio machines. I'm in the freeway area with the juice heads. I'm doing the cable machines. I'm everywhere and I don't give a fuck. But I saw this tweet and it literally, I couldn't believe somebody actually fixed their fingers to write this. And it said, can y'all stay out of the gym and let the people who are committed to it actually work out? Bruh. Let me tell you something. Everyone started the gym at some point. Not everyone starts going to the gym and feeling like they know exactly what they're doing. I don't care. I don't care who you are. I don't care who your parents are. I don't care who your friends are. You did not go to the gym with all the confidence in the world. So for you to fix your fingers and really try to police and gatekeep the gym is disgusting, because that's what it is. Because at the end of the day, the gym is an intimidating place. It's very, very intimidating. And while, yes, you have these people who will only go for the first 6 weeks of the year, but did you ever really think about why they stopped going to the gym? Sure, some of it may be because they just lost motivation, they're lazy, they're not really into it. Cool. But what about the people who feel uncomfortable? What about the people who you made feel uncomfortable with tweets like this? Because once you start going to the gym, especially in this day and age, you start following all the fitness gurus, anybody who you see that works out on a regular basis, you follow all those people. And when you tweet things like this, it makes people feel like shit. Well, maybe I'm not really actually committed to it, or I don't want to take up space. Take up all the space you need, mama, okay? Take up all the space you need. You are here for a purpose. You are here to do what you need to do. Take up space and own your space. So today, since my podcast is all about pouring into yourself, especially as an autism mom who we barely have any time to do anything else, I wanted to make sure that I give you guys some tips on how to feel comfortable in the gym, okay? So for my Mami Motivation today, I wanted to provide you some tips and tricks on how to feel confident at the gym. First and foremost, be confident in what you're wearing. Okay. If feeling confident for you is a white t-shirt and sweatpants or whatever, do you. If you're in the gym and you're just I'm not focused on what I'm wearing, I'm just going to go in there and I'm going to kill it and I don't care, do you. That's you. For me, I want to look cute when I'm in the gym. And as a plus size woman, it's very hard to find things that are 1, flattering, 2, fit me correctly, and 3, just look nice and aren't see-through, right? So I get a lot of my outfits from, I'm going to give you my top 4 places. The first one being Fabletics, which is part of the Just Fab, Shoe Dazzle, blah, 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 blah. They have great leggings that are not see-through, and I think they go up to a size 3X, if I'm not mistaken. They're very comfortable, they're very soft, and they have different types of styles. So if you want the high-waisted, if you want the low-waisted, capris, long, short, they have everything you need. And then they also have matching sports bras. They also have tank tops and things of that nature. If you're not like me, I don't give a fuck. Crop top all summer. You're going to get this gut regardless. Another site is Adore Me. Adore Me definitely goes up to a 4X. And they are mostly not lingerie only, but also underwears, bras, intimate wear, I guess that's what you call it. Undergarments, I don't know. But that's basically what they are. They are also a subscription service like Fabletics, where, they take out a certain amount of money each month. But I will give you the tea on Adore Me, okay? If they take out their $30 and you catch it within, I think it's 2 days, and you didn't want them to take out that money, they will give you your money back. All you have to do is ask for a refund. That's why I fuck with them, because there's been plenty of times where I'm I forgot to skip this month, and literally Fabletics, Shoe Dazzle, Just Fab, Adore Me, they all took money out, and I'm $120 poorer than I was the day before. Adore Me will give you back your money, okay? Another place where I get my gym clothes from is Old Navy. Old Navy can be a little pricey. All these places can be a little pricey. You just have to figure it out, maybe catch a sale. But Old Navy, when they have their whatever clearance, or I don't know what it's called, but I got leggings from Old Navy for like $5.99. You can catch a sale. You can look fly at the gym on a budget, okay? And last but not least, we all know Amazon. If you want to start the gym tomorrow or Monday, if it's Friday, go on Amazon real quick, buy 3 outfits, and you will be good to go. You will be good to go. You cannot go wrong with a black outfit, a gray outfit, and then a color pop outfit. Point blank, period. Liking how you look at the gym gives you a confidence, right? You walk in there and you're like, yes, I'm a bad bitch. And I'm just in here trying to become a badder bitch. You know what I'm saying? It just gives you all the confidence in the world when you're not feeling sloppy walking into the gym. You don't feel like a slob. You don't feel like you don't belong, because the people in the gym, you know, a lot of them go consistently. A lot of them have their gym bodies, right? So like, you don't want to go in and feel intimidated because you feel like you don't belong. Walk in with a bad bitch outfit, and I promise you, it's gonna make you feel so much better walking into the gym and actually doing your workout and putting your all into the workout. Another tip I would give is to be confident with the equipment that you're using, okay? Plan your workout. Plan your workout. The worst thing is feeling like you don't know what you want to do when you get to the gym. There's so many options, there's so many variations, there's so many things that what happens to me when I don't plan my workout is I literally walk in, I'll do like the cardio machine, and then I'll leave, because I'm like, I don't want to walk around looking like a dumbass. I don't want to walk around looking like I don't know what I'm here to do. You know what I mean? When it comes to planning these workouts, you can watch videos on YouTube, you can watch TikToks, Instagram pages, anything like that. What I did when I had first started my fitness journey is I literally like purchased workout plans from different people. Depending on if I liked what they were doing, if I liked what they were offering, I would purchase these workout plans and I would do them. But then eventually what I started to do was pull exercises from each workout plan. And then I made my own. In 2015, I was in the best shape of my life. I was turning 30 that year, and I was in the best shape of my life. And I literally had made my own workout plan that I did every day. And I look back at pictures of myself then, and my body was A1. And I wasn't even like, my diet wasn't even as good as it should have been, but I looked amazing just because I built my own workout plan for my goals and what I wanted to do. So definitely I would look into possibly buying, workout plans. There are free workout plans online. Again, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, all of those are amazing resources. Do you know how many people share their actual workout plans and give you a video showing you how to do it? Google. If you see, all you have to Google is, okay, workouts for biceps, workouts for your quads, workouts for your just legs workouts, butt workouts. You can find anything and everything on Google. Just make a plan. And if you don't want to walk around with a notebook, put it on your phone. You're not going to leave your phone in the locker. Put it on your phone. Have exactly how you want to do. Watch YouTube videos of how people use the machines, how people lift the actual weights. What you're supposed to engage is also very important, because let me tell you something. Men love to mansplain at the gym, right? They love to be like, oh my God, well, you're really supposed to be doing it this way. You're really supposed to be doing it that way. Half the time I see these men on these machines or lifting these weights, and their form is terrible. So the best way to look like you know what you're doing at the gym is to learn proper form. Learn the way that you're supposed to be lifting these weights. Learn the way that you're supposed to be using these machines, because you're going to, even if you're only doing 5 pounds, you're going to look like you know what you're doing, because you do. You know exactly what you're doing. And you can build up to higher weights. Don't think that you have to go to the gym and lift 50 pounds off jump. What? Let me tell you something. When I started going back to the gym in January, I was literally doing arm workouts with 5-pound dumbbells. Don't play with me. Last week, I was up to 25. Kudos to me. I'm getting stronger. It's also a way to gauge how these workouts are working, because you are getting stronger. You can do more, okay? My next tip would be to join a fun class. You don't even have to join a gym per se to find popping classes. There's classes like yoga, kickboxing, places like Orange Theory that offer full body classes, and they're all over the place. It takes away the stress, as I mentioned before, of trying to come up with a gym routine. But again, you can also pull some ideas and incorporate them into your own gym routine to do on your own. So let's say you take an Orange Theory class once a week. You can pull some of those moves and do them at the gym when you go on the other days. Use your resources, use whatever you need to get what you need done. Another tip, obviously, would be to ignore everyone else. Just put your headphones on, zone out, listen to your music. If you're on your cardio machine, listen to a podcast, watch your favorite YouTube videos, even watch a show or a movie that you want to catch up on. I promise you, if you're on your cardio machine, whether it's an elliptical, treadmill, the stair machine, the bike, if you're watching something, that time will go by so much quicker. I do 30 to 35 minutes on the stair machine every time I go to the gym, and I save my podcast listening for when I'm on the stair machine. Because, I mean, think about it. Podcasts are what? Half hour to an hour to 2 hours, depending on who you're listening to. You won't even realize how much time has passed. By the time your machine clicks off, you're like, oh shit, I still have more podcasts to listen to. Like, I wasn't even paying attention to how long I was on the machine. Because for me, at least, when I listen to music, when I'm on a cardio machine where it's like static cardio, like I'm just going and going and going, my eyes automatically go to the time. And it's like, bruh, I've only been on here for like 2 minutes and I have 33 left to go. If I'm listening to a podcast or watching a YouTube video, I'm not worried about the time. My eyes are engaged, or my mind is engaged into what's happening on the show, that I forget about all the time that's passed on the actual machine. So definitely ignore everybody else, focus on your routine. And finally, don't sweat the small stuff, okay? No one is actually paying that much attention to you, I promise. You know how I just said, go in there and ignore everyone else? Everyone around you is doing the same thing. No one cares for real what you're doing unless it's actually bothering them and their routine. You know what I'm saying? But it's still COVID out here. You're supposed to be 6 feet away from anybody anyway. So put on your headphones, ignore everybody else, don't sweat the small stuff, and just go in there and kill it each and every time. Whether it's once a week, twice a week, 3 times a week, as many times a week as you go, just put in your all when you go, because that is one workout that you might not have done. I've never had a workout that I regretted. Ever. Okay, so now that I gave you your mommy motivation, we're going to go into the last segment of the podcast, and it is where I answer some questions, or where I read a question and I answer it for you guys. If you want to submit a question, you can submit your questions to autismmommypod@gmail.com. If you have any, if you want my advice, if you want my opinion on anything that's going on. I've been in this autism mommy game for 12, going on 13 years. So I might be able to help you, or I might just be able to provide some insight that you did not even think of. So for today, I got this question from Reddit, and it says, separation anxiety tips. So it says, my daughter just turned 2 and never cared who she was with. Who held her? Nothing. She was always so easygoing. But now at therapy, she cries when I leave, tries to run out of the room, screams, etc. If I stay in the room with her, she tries to hug me or sit in my lap and doesn't want to participate in the session. She went from loving her therapy center to never wanting to leave me. Any tips? She is nonverbal and also has poor receptive language skills. Okay. I feel like Ethan was the same way. I remember being so petrified when he was young because I felt like anyone could take him and he would go with whoever, you know? He was and still is a very easygoing child. And he doesn't really give a lot of pushback. What I will say about the therapy is that our kids are smart, okay? They are extremely, extremely intelligent. So she knows that her crying makes you feel bad. She knows that. She knows that you feel guilty. And even though she's 2 and she might not understand the actual concept of guilt, she gets it because she's like, if I cry enough and give enough pushback because I never do this, mommy's going to stay or mommy's going to be like, you don't have to go or whatever have you, right? So what I would suggest is speaking with her therapist and doing some sort of weaning off. Right? So you wouldn't stay the whole time. You know, the first couple of times, maybe you would, but you would make sure that she is engaging. Okay. You want to make sure that she is engaging at least a little bit with the therapist. The more she engages with the therapist little by little, the more we can wean you out of the room. Now, I'm not saying that this is going to be something that takes, you know, that'll happen in a month. It might not happen for 3 months. We don't know. I feel like you have to be able to wean yourself out of that room so that she can get what she needs from therapy. On the flip side, also why I would want you to stay in the room, at least in the beginning, is because I feel like as autism parents, a lot of the times we just assume that these kids are having meltdowns because of sensory issues and things like that. And all of that is valid. But these kids are very, very intuitive. Maybe this particular therapist is not the therapist for your child. Okay? Maybe you want to look for another therapist. Maybe try finding, because if she liked this therapy center before, it could just be something about this therapist. And I'm not saying that this therapist is mistreating your child per se or hurting your child in any way, but the way that they interact with your child, your child just may not like it, right? Sometimes you just get vibes of people. And I personally feel like kids on the spectrum especially nonverbal kids, they rely very heavily on the vibes. Whenever Ethan doesn't fuck with somebody, and sorry for my language, but whenever Ethan doesn't fuck with somebody, I listen to that. I really, truly listen to that because he is so easygoing. If my kid don't fuck with you, I can't fuck with you because I feel like he notices something that I do not notice because I'm not as intuitive as he is. Does that make sense? So I would definitely not try to just drop her off and go. Some therapists might say that that's the way. Listen to your kids. Try to wean her off. If the weaning doesn't work, maybe try another therapist. Try different things. I don't know if she likes iPads or, I'm sure she does. All kids love iPads and things like that. Tablets, things of that nature. Maybe have the therapist incorporate things on the iPad and then take it away and do work. She's only 2. So Ethan had just really started getting the true benefits of therapy in the past 4 years. He's 12. So it takes time, it takes patience, and, just hang in there. Because let me tell you something, bitch, you're doing a good job. All right, y'all. So that is today's episode. Thank you so much for tuning in. I truly, really, truly appreciate it. If you stuck around this long, please make sure to leave a rating and review down below. If you're on Apple Podcasts, if you're on Spotify, you can leave a rating, not a review. Be sure to follow me on Instagram _Stephy Kiss, STEPHYKISS. And follow me for all of my day-to-day shenanigans, being an autism mom, being a door dasher, being a bad bitch, all of that. But also how I drive my son crazy each and every day. Thank you again for tuning in to today's episode, and I will see you next week. Bye.